Surah Yunus.
Okay. This surah is Maki and it has 109 verses. It is narrated from Imam Jafar as-Sadiq that if a person recites the surah once in 2 or 3 months, he will not be placed alongside the ignorant ones and will be from among the Muqarrabin, close ones, on the day of
Yes.
reckoning. It is also narrated that uh, it is also narrated that if a person recites Surah Yunus, he will get the reward equal to the number of people who are present in the community of Prophet Yunus. This surah can be used as a means of identifying thieves from among your workers. This is done by either writing the surah and under it writing the names of all the people in the house or workplace who could be suspected of stealing and then keeping this writing in the house. It will after some time become manifest who the thief is.
Alif Lam Mim. Oh,
Alif Lam Ra. These are the verses of the wise book. What? Is it a wonder to the people that we revealed to a man from among themselves, saying, Warn the people, and give good news to those who believe that theirs is a footing of firmness with the Lord. The unbelievers say, This is most surely a manifest enchanter. Surely your Lord is Allah, who created the heavens and the earth in 6 periods, and He is firm in power, regulating the affair, so there is no intercessor except after His permission. This is Allah, your Lord, therefore serve Him. Will you not then mind? To Him is your return of all of you, the promise of Allah made in truth. Surely He begins the creation in the first instance, then He reproduces it, that He may with justice recompense those who believe and do good. And as for those who disbelieve, they shall have a drink of hot water and painful punishment because they disbelieved. He it is who made the sun a shining brightness and the moon a light, and ordained for it mansions that you might know the computation of years and the reckoning. But Allah did not create it but with truth. He makes His signs manifest for a people who know. Most surely in the variation of the night and the day, and what Allah has created in the heavens and the earth, there are signs for a people who guard against evil. Surely those who do not hope in our meeting and are pleased with this world's life, and are content with it, and those who are heedless of our communications. And as for those, their abode is the fire, because of what they earned. Surely as for those who believe and do good, the Lord will guide them by their faith. There shall flow from beneath them rivers and gardens of bliss. Their cry in it shall be, Glory to thee, O Allah, and their greeting in it shall be, Peace, and the last of their cry shall be, Praise be to Allah, the Lord of the worlds. And if Allah should hasten then the evil to men, as they desire, the hastening on of good, there will certainly have been decreed for them, but we leave those alone who hope not for our meeting in the ordinancy, blindly wandering on. And when affliction touches a man, he calls on us, whether lying on his side or sitting or standing. But when we remove his affliction from him, he passes on as though he had never called on us, on account of an affliction that touched him. Thus, that which they do is means fastening to the extravagant. And certainly we did destroy generations before you when they were unjust, and their apostles had come to them with clear arguments, and they would not believe. Thus do we recompense the guilty people. Then we made you successful in the land after them, so that we may see how you act. And when our clear communications are recited to them, those who hope not for our meeting say, Bring a Koran other than this, or change it. Say, it does not beseem me that I should change it of myself. I follow naught but what is revealed to me. Surely surely I fear, if I disobey my Lord, the punishment of a mighty day. Say, if Allah had desired otherwise, I would not have recited it to you, nor would He have taught it to you. Indeed, I have lived a lifetime among you before it. Do you not understand? Who is then more unjust than he who forges a lie against Allah? Or who gives the lie to his communications? Surely the guilty shall not be successful. And they serve beside Allah what can neither harm them nor profit them. And they say, These are our intercessors. Say, with Allah. Say, do you presume of Allah of what He knows not in the heavens and the earth? Glory be to Him, and supremely exalted is He above what they set up with Him. and people are naught but a single nation, so they disagree, and had not a word already gone forth from your Lord, the matter would have certainly been decided between them in respect of that concerning which they disagree. And they say, why is not a sign sent to him from his Lord? Say, the unseen is only for Allah. Therefore wait. Surely I am with you, am of those who wait. And when we make people taste of mercy after an affliction touches them, lo, they devise plans against our communication. Say, Allah is quicker to plan. Surely our apostles wrote down what you plan. He it is who makes you travel by land and sea, until when you are in the ships, and they sail on with them in a pleasant breeze, and they rejoice. A violent wind overtakes them, and the billows surge in on them from all sides, and they become certain that they are encompassed about. They pray to Allah, being sincere to Him in obedience. If Thou dost deliver us from this, we will most certainly be of the grateful ones. But when He delivers them, lo, they are unjustly rebellious in the earth. O men, your rebellion is against your own souls. Provision only of this world's life, then to us shall be your return. So we will inform you of what you did. The likeness of this world's life is only as water as we send down from the cloud. Then the herbage of the men, of which men and cattle grows luxuriantly thereby, until when the earth puts on it golden raiment, and it becomes garnished, and its people think that they have power over it. Our command comes to it, by night or by day, so we render it as reaped seed, produce, as though it had not been in existence yesterday. Thus do we make clear the communications for a people who reflect. And Allah invites to the abode of peace and guides whom He pleases into the right path. For those who do good is good reward, and more than this, and blackness or ignominy shall not cover their faces. These are the dwellers of the garden, in it they shall abide. And as for those who have learned evil, the punishment of an evil is the like of it, and abasement shall come upon them. They shall have none to protect them from Allah, as if their faces had been covered with slices of the dense darkness of the night. These are the inmates of the fire, in it they shall abide. And on the day when we will gather them all together, then we will say to those who associated others with Allah, keep where you are, you and your associates. Then we shall separate them widely one from another, and their associates would say, it was not us that you served. Therefore Allah is sufficient as a witness between us and you, that we are quite aware of your serving with us. There shall every soul become acquainted with what it sent before, and they shall be brought back to Allah, their true patron, and what they devised shall escape from them. Say, who gives you sustenance from the heaven and the earth, or who controls the hearing and the sight, and who brings forth the living from the dead, and brings forth the dead from the living, and who regulates the affairs? Then they will say, Allah. Say then, will you not then guard against evil? This then is Allah, your true Lord. And thereafter, thus does the word of your Lord prove true against those who transgress that they do not believe. Say, is there anyone among your associates who can bring into existence a creation in the first instance, then reproduce it? Say, Allah brings the creation into existence, then He produces it. How are you then turned away? Say, is there any of your associates who guides to the truth? Say, Allah guides to the truth, more worthy to be followed, or he who himself does not go aright, unless he is guided. What then is the matter with you? How do you judge? And most of them do not follow anything but conjecture. Surely conjecture will not avail aught against the truth. Surely Allah is cognizant of what they do, and this Quran is not such as could be forged by those besides Allah, but it is a verification of that which is before it, and a clear explanation of the book. There is no doubt in it from the Lord of the worlds. Or do they say, He has forged it? Say, then bring a chapter like this, and invite whom you can besides Allah, if you are truthful. Nay, they reject that of which they have no comprehensive knowledge, and the final sequel of it has not yet to come. Even then did those before them reject the truth. See then what was the end of the unjust, and of them is he who believes in it, and of them is he who does not believe in it, and your Lord best knows the mischief makers. And if they call you a liar, say, my work is for me and your work for you. You are clear of what I do, and I am clear of what you do. And there are those of them who hear you, but can you make the deaf to hear though they will not understand? And there are those of them who look at you, but can you show the way to the blind, that they will not see? Surely Allah does not do any injustice to men, but men are unjust to themselves. And on the day when He will gather them as though they had not stayed but an hour of the day, they will know each other. They will perish indeed who called the meeting with Allah to be a lie, and they are not followers of the right direction. And if we show you something of what we threaten them with, or cause you to die, yet to us is their return, and Allah is the bearer of witness to what they do. And every nation has an apostle. So when their apostle came, the matter was decided between them with justice, and they shall not be dealt with unjustly. And say, when will this threat come about, if you are truthful? Say, I do not control for myself any harm or any benefit except what Allah pleases. Every nation has a term.
or any
Every nation has a term. When their time comes, they shall not then remain behind for an hour, nor can they go before their time. Say, tell me if you think his punishment overtakes you by night or by day. What then is what what then is there of it that the guilty would hasten on? And when it comes to pass, will you believe in it? What? Now you believe, and already you wish to have it hastened on. Then it shall be said to those who are unjust, taste abiding chastisement. You are not requited except for what you earned. And they ask you, is that true? Say, aye, by my Lord, it is most surely the truth, and you will not escape. And if every soul that has done injustice had all that is in the earth, it would offer it for ransom, and they will manifest regret when they see the chastisement. And the matter shall be decided between them with justice, and they shall not be dealt with unjustly. Now surely Allah's is what is in the heavens and the earth. Now surely Allah's promise is true, but most of them do not know. He gives life and causes death, and to Him you shall be brought back. O men, there has come to you indeed an admonition from your Lord, and a healing for what is in the breast, and a guidance and the mercy for the believers. Say, in the grace of Allah and in His mercy, in that they should rejoice. It is better than that which they gather. Say, tell me what Allah has sent down for you of sustenance. Then you make a part of it unlawful and a part lawful. Say, has Allah commanded you, or do you forge a lie against Allah? And what will be the fault of those who forge lies against Allah on the day of resurrection? Most surely Allah is the Lord of grace towards men, but most of them do not give thanks. And you are not engaged in any affair, nor do you recite concerning it any portion of the Quran, nor do you do any work, but we are witnesses over you when you enter into it, and there does not lie concealed from your Lord the weight of an atom in the earth or in the heaven, nor anything less than that, nor greater, but it is in a clear book. Now surely the friends of Allah, they shall have no fear, nor shall they grieve. Those who believe and guard against evil, they shall have good news in this world's life and in the hereafter. There is no changing the words of Allah. That is a mighty achievement. And let not their speech grieve you. Surely might is wholly Allah's. He is the hearing, the knowing. Now surely whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth is Allah's, and they do not really follow any associates who call on others besides Allah. They do not follow anything but conjectures, and only He is a lie. He it is who made for you uh, that night that you might rest in it, and the day giving light. Most surely there are signs in it for people who would hear. They say, Allah is taking the sun to Himself. Glory be to Him. He is self-sufficient. His is what is in the heavens and what is in the earth. You have no authority for this. Do you say against Allah what you do not know? Say, those who forge a lie against Allah shall not be successful. It is only provision in the world. Then to us shall be the return. Then we shall make them taste severe punishment because they disbelieved. And recite to them the story of Nuh, when he said to his people, O my people, if my state and my reminding you by the communications of Allah is hard on you, yet on Allah do I rely, then resolve upon your affair and gather your associates. Then let not your affair remain dubious to you. Then have it executed against me and give me no respite. But if you turn back, I do not ask for any reward from you. My reward is only with Allah, and I am commanded that I should be of those who submit. But they rejected him. So we delivered him and those with him in the ark, and we made them rulers, and drowned those who rejected our communications. See that what was the end of the people warned. Then did we raise up after him apostles to their people, so they came to them with clear arguments, but they would not believe in what they had rejected before. Thus it is that we set seals upon the hearts of those who exceed the limits. Then did we send up after them Musa and Harun to Pharaoh and his chiefs with our signs, but they showed pride, and they were a guilty people. So when the truth came to them from us, they said, "This is most surely clear enchantment." Musa said, "Do you say this or the truth when it has come to you? Is it magic?" And the magicians are not successful. They said, "Have you come to us to turn us away from what we found our fathers upon, and that greatness in the land should be for you two, and we are not going to believe in you?" And Pharaoh said, "Bring to me every skillful magician." And when the magicians came, Musa said to them, "Cast down what you have to cast." So when they cast down, Musa said to them, "What you have brought is deception. Surely Allah will make it naught. Surely Allah does not make the work of mischief makers to thrive. And Allah will show the truth to be the truth by his words, though the guilty may be adverse to it." But none believed in Musa except the offspring of his people, on account of the fear of Pharaoh and their chiefs, lest he should persecute them. And most surely Pharaoh was lofty in the land, and most surely he was of the extravagant. And Musa said, "O my people, if you believe in Allah, then rely on him alone. If you submit to Allah." So they said, "On Allah we rely. O our Lord, make us not subject to the persecution of the unjust people, and do thou deliver us by thy mercy from the unbelieving people." And we were revealed to Musa and his brothers, saying, Take for your people houses to abide to in Egypt, and make your houses places of worship, and keep up prayer, and give good news to the believers." And Musa said, "O our Lord, surely thou hast given to Pharaoh and his chiefs finery and riches in this world's life. To this end, our Lord, destroy their riches and harden their hearts, so that they believe not until they see the painful punishment." He said, "The prayer of you both has been accepted, therefore continue in the right way, and do not follow the path of those who do not know." And we made the children of Israel to pass through the sea, and then Pharaoh and his hosts followed them for oppression and tyranny, until when drowning overtook him, and he said, "I believe that there is no God but he in whom the children of Israel believe, and that I am of those who submit." What now? And indeed you disobeyed before, and you are of the mischief makers. But we will this day deliver you of your body, that you may be assigned to those after you, and most surely the majority of the people are heedless to our communications. And certainly we lodged the children of Israel in a goodly abode, and we provided them with good things, but they did not disagree until the knowledge had come to them. Surely your Lord will judge between them on the resurrection day concerning that in which they disagreed. But if you are in doubt as to what we have revealed to you, ask those who read the book before you. Certainly the truth has come to you from your Lord. Therefore you should be of the disputers, and you should not be of those who reject the communications of Allah, for then you should be of the losers. Surely those against whom the word of your Lord has proved true will not believe, though every sign should come to them, until they witness a painful chastisement. And wherefore, what was there not a town which you should believe, so that their belief should have profited them, but the people of Yunus? When they believed, we removed from them the chastisement of disgrace in this world's life, and we gave them provision until a time. And if your Lord had pleased, surely all those who are in the earth would have believed, all of them. Will you then force men till they become believers? And it is not for a soul to believe except by Allah's permission, and he casts uncleanness on those who will not understand. Say, consider what is in the heavens and the earth, and signs and wonders do not avail people who will not believe. What do they wait for then but the like of the days of those who have passed away before them? Wait then, surely I am with you of those who wait. Then we deliver our apostles and those who believe. Even so now it is binding on us that we deliver the believers. Say, O people, if you are in doubt as to my religion, then know that I do not serve those whom you serve besides Allah, but I do serve Allah, who will cause you to die. And I am commanded that I should be of the believers, and that you should keep your course towards the religion uprightly, and you should be all the polytheists. You should not be all the polytheists, and do not call besides Allah on that which can neither benefit you nor harm you. For if you do, then surely you will be in the case of the unjust. And if Allah should afflict you with harm, then there is none to remove it but He. And if He intends good to you, there is none to repel His grace. He brings it on to whom He pleases of His servants, and He is the forgiving, the merciful. Say, O people, indeed there has come to you the truth from your Lord. Therefore, whoever goes aright, he goes aright only for the good of his own soul, and whoever goes astray, he goes astray only to the detriment of it. And I am not a custodian over you. And follow what is revealed to you, and be patient till Allah should give judgment, and He is the best of the judges.
صدق الله العلي العظيم.
Allah Hafiz.